The human race has come a very long way in a short amount of time, but what is coming around the corner will change everything we thought we knew about mankind. Modern medicine and rapidly advancing technology have seen us greatly evolve from the early days of hunter-gatherers, and now the same factors are working towards seeing the introduction of superhumans into our society. We're at the point where our technology will soon surpass our humanity. It used to be that what we had in our genes was just what we had in our genes. But we no longer are reliant on choosing our parents wisely. It was always gonna happen. Want to know about it? Well, stay tuned to the video and watch the video till the end. Hello guys, welcome to Future Reality. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications to get new updates about technology and development. Hit the like button to show your support, and in today's video, we're going to discuss the generation of superhumans. Can we edit our genes? So without any further ado, let's begin. It's now possible to edit genes of diverse organisms almost like we edit a string of text by cutting and pasting, splicing genes at desired locations. Genome editing techniques have been around for decades. In 1973, the first transgenic organism was created by the insertion of antibiotic resistance genes into E. coli, which was quickly followed by the first transgenic animal, a mouse, a year later. A recent technology is known as CRISPR. Clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats allows for the targeted control over the cellular organization, regulation, and behavior. The new gene editing techniques were always going to be used to alter the genome in non-medically indicated cases. Experimentation with human biology hasn't been limited to a lab either. Plenty of people, called biohackers, have taken it upon themselves to enhance natural human abilities. Some of this biohacking is limited to simple dieting fads like bulletproof coffee, but others have taken it to the sugar level, implanting magnets in their fingertips. For example, sounds like some crazy science fiction, but wetware or human-implanted technology isn't so strange. Technically, a pacemaker is a wetware, and some might argue that even glasses count as wetware because they artificially boost your eyesight. Governments including the United States, China, and Russia have been particularly interested in wetware and gene mutations to enhance human abilities to create super soldiers. These soldiers would have to be immune to pain, need no sleep, and have super intellect, strength, and stamina. They might also exhibit superpowers, weave like extra-fast reflexes. In the grand tradition of famous physicists making claims about subjects beyond their scope of expertise, the great British theorist left behind a collection of essays in which he speculated about and predicted the human future. In one essay published October 14th in the Sunday Times, Hawking argued that humanity risks being replaced by genetically modified superhumans. Well-intentioned research designed to improve human health and human life, he wrote, will eventually be corrupted. People will start to modify humans to live longer, be smarter, or be more aggressive and dangerous. Once such superhumans appear, there are going to be significant political problems with the unimproved humans who won't be able to compete, Hawking wrote. Presumably, they'll die out or become unimportant. The CRISPR system is a powerful gene editing tool that allows scientists to target a specific DNA sequence and remove genes that cause a disease, or replace them with new healthy genes. While incredibly promising, CRISPR is a relatively new technology, and we still don't know enough about how it works or the exact side effects. For example, we don't know whether the changes are confined to the targeted DNA sequence or if they'll cause unintended effects elsewhere in the genome. Deleting a single gene may not only alter how other genes are going to function, but also may alter the overall behavior of the cell and the phenotype of the organism. Says Mazhar Adli, a geneticist at the University of Virginia School of Medicine. Modern gene editing is quite precise, but it's not perfect. The procedure can be a hit and miss, reaching some cells but not others. Even when CRISPR gets where it's needed, the edits can differ from cell to cell, for example, mending 2 copies of a mutated gene in one cell, but only 1 copy in another. For some genetic diseases, this may not matter, but it may if a single mutated gene causes the disorder. Another common problem happens when edits are made at the wrong place in the genome. There can be hundreds of these off-target edits that can be dangerous if they disrupt healthy genes or crucial regulatory DNA. Editing our genomes to thrive in extreme environments will be useless if we can't figure out a way for humans and artificial intelligence to merge. At least this is the belief of renowned futurist Ian Pearson, who said something needs to be done before artificial intelligence becomes billions of times smarter than mankind. The fact is that AI can go further than humans. It could be billions of times smarter than humans at this point, he said. So we really do need to make sure that we have some means of keeping up. The way to protect against this is to link that AI to your brain so that you have the same IQ as the computer. At the same World Government Summit the year prior, Musk also suggested humans and AI need to merge. Over time, I think we'll probably see a closer merger of biological intelligence and digital intelligence. Musk said in February 2017, it's mostly about the bandwidth, the speed of the connection between your brain and the digital version of yourself, particularly output. Since the comments, Musk has even founded a company called Neuralink, which has been designed to make this a reality. During his speech, Pearson said he agreed with Musk's comments and commended the work being done by Neuralink. "I don't think it's safe, just like Elon Musk, to develop these superhuman computers until we have a direct link to the human brain," he said. The ethical and political implications of such technologies bring to life the specter of an extreme form of eugenics. It allows individuals to enhance their descendants, essentially eliminating chance from the generational transmission of genetic traits, and for countries to improve their population by imposing programs that encourage not just the selective choice of intelligence and athleticism of its subjects, but also, in dictatorial regimes, their obedience, conformity, and risk aversion. The possibilities are as promising as nightmarish. An almost cliché trope of the superhero is the extreme strength they're capable of. Whether it's Superhuman lifting cars or the Hulk smashing his way through buildings, every good hero has the power to bench press more than your average Joe. Though currently used CRISPR techniques aren't being utilized to enhance a healthy individual's strength, they do have the potential to restore it to those who are lacking. The most immediate concerns, though, aren't about superhumans. The first problem with gene therapy is that it's just not that well understood, according to the National Human Genome Research Institute (NHGRI). Researchers don't yet know all the possible side effects of gene editing or the risk of those changes being passed from one generation to the next. Relatedly, according to the NHGRI, in germline gene transfer, the persons being affected by the procedure, those for whom the procedure is undertaken, don't yet exist. Thus, the potential beneficiaries are not in a position to consent to or refuse such a procedure. However, if gene editing were to become widespread, there's a risk it would be available only to the wealthy, and that efforts to prevent genetic diseases could blur with efforts to create enhanced humans, according to the National Institutes of Health. Evil scientists bent on taking over the world with an army of genetically modified super soldiers are a well-established science fiction trope, and you've probably seen dozens of movies on the topic. But could it actually happen? After all, as brilliant as he was, Hawking was a physicist, not a geneticist. So gene editing wasn't exactly his area of expertise. Biologist and director of the Plant Transformation Facility at Cornell University, Matthew Wellman, believes that, while theoretically possible, this scenario is highly unlikely. Could it happen? Yeah. But there's a lot going on to prevent that from happening, he says. There are already strict laws and ethical codes in place to regulate gene editing. Circumventing these without attracting attention would be almost impossible. Furthermore, genetics is far too complicated, and the whole process takes far too long for it to work the way it does in movies. There's a difference between genome editing in somatic cells and germ embryo cells. Only time will tell whether our species will be mature enough to use the technology with wisdom. Now that we've come to the end of this video, I want to thank you for sticking with me, and I'd love to know what you think of it. Just comment down below. Also, if you like this video, make sure you like it and stay safe. Today's video is over, but if you want to see more, there's one on your screen right now, and there are a few more fun videos coming soon. I'll see you in the next video.